Finally, in panel C, we begin with a demand curve that's relatively more inelastic than the one in panel A and the one in panel B. The undistorted equilibrium price P star and equilibrium quantity X star remains the same as it was in the previous two panels. Similarly, when the price floor is imposed, since we haven't changed the shape of the supply curve, the amount that producers who believe that they in fact can sell their goods at this price would want to produce remains XF. But since consumers are now less responsive to price, more of them still want to buy the goods at the price floor. This implies that the competition for the remaining consumers will be less intense than it was in the previous panels, which further implies that the effort cost imposed on producers who still produce will be less than it was before. As a result, both P' and X' are larger than they were in the previous panels. The more price inelastic demand curve therefore leads to a smaller equilibrium increase in the marginal cost faced by those producers who continue to produce. This is again represented by the green arrow. The important insight here is that we cannot stop our analysis of price floors with graph 18.6, where a disequilibrium surplus emerges. This cannot be an equilibrium given that producers would be producing goods that they cannot sell. Something has to restore an equilibrium, and the most likely thing that will restore the equilibrium, in the absence of any other government programs, is the competition between producers for the remaining consumers who wish to buy at the higher price. This competition raises marginal costs for producers, which in turn shifts the market supply curve until an equilibrium is re-established. Just how much the quantity will drop in the market and how much of a price drop producers will suffer once we take into account the additional marginal effort costs will then depend on how price responsive consumers are.